At the beginning of the story, we see a beautiful girl named Juliet who is a doctor and is very busy in her work. Recently she saw her husband with another girl, so she has left him and is now going to divorce him, but Juliet has not been able to forget her husband yet. She still has feelings for him. At this time Juliet is living in a hotel and is looking for an apartment to rent. The next day Juliet goes for jogging in the morning as usual and then goes to work in the hospital. Then after the holiday she goes to see a place to rent an apartment, but she does not like the apartment and its rent is also very high. At the same time Juliet gets a call from a man. He says that I have come to know that you want an apartment on rent. I have a wonderful apartment. Juliet goes to see the apartment at the address given by the man. There she meets the owner of the house whose name is Max, who is engaged in the repair work of the house. Max shows her the apartment, which it is a little old but a little big and beautiful. Juliet thinks that its rent will be high, but Max tells her that a train keeps passing near this apartment, so I have kept its rent low, but Juliet does not have any problem with the noise of the train, so she immediately rents the apartment. After this Juliet starts shifting her stuff in the apartment, in which Max also helps her. Max tells her that he lives with his grandfather in the adjacent flat in the same building. Juliet asks her grandfather. Max meets Juliet, who is ill. Max behaves very friendly with Juliet from the first day itself. Juliet likes this thing very much. At night, when Juliet goes to take a shower after dinner, she feels that someone is watching her, but she ignores this and goes to sleep, but she sees someone's shadow and feels that someone is watching her. When Juliet wakes up and goes to see, she does not see anyone. She feels that maybe this is happening because of living in a new apartment. The next day, when Juliet is at an art exhibition with her female friend, she meets Max. Both of them talk for some time. When Max goes to the bathroom, Juliet's friend tells her that she thinks Max is a nice boy. You should forget your ex-husband and date him. Juliet also feels this right. When Max comes out of the bathroom, she asks Max to drop her home. Max agrees and both of them leave for home on foot. They both sit at a place while drinking coffee, and both of them they talk about each other and soon become good friends. At the same time, we see Juliet's ex-husband, who is jealous of her from a distance. Then Juliet returns to the apartment with Max. Max walks her to the door of her room, but Juliet comes close to kiss him, but Max moves aside, due to which Juliet gets embarrassed and apologizes and goes to her room and closes the door. At night, when Juliet is taking a bath in the bathtub, she again feels that someone is watching her. Juliet comes out after taking a bath and then she hears some sound from her bedroom window. Afraid, Juliet slowly moves towards the window, but then the window suddenly closes, due to which she gets very scared. Then she goes to bed and tries to sleep. The next day, when Juliet is at work, her ex-husband calls her and apologizes and asks her to meet, but Juliet replies that she has some important work and disconnects the call. After this, Juliet gets a call from Max and he invites her to his house for dinner at night. Juliet agrees, and at night both of them have dinner together and talk. After dinner, Max drops Juliet to her room door and says, "The day I also wanted to kiss you." Hearing this, Juliet smiles and calls him to her room, and then both start kissing each other. After this, the story is shown of a few days back when Max had taken his grandfather to a hospital for checkup. There he saw Juliet working for the first time and fell in love with her at first sight. He came to know Juliet's name from her ID card and saw the ad on the notice board, from which he came to know that Juliet wants an apartment on rent. Max fell in love with Juliet at first sight, so he started keeping an eye on her. He gets his apartment renovated and the apartment in which Juliet is living. He tampers with things at many places, makes a secret room, and even gets a two-way mirror installed so that he can see and come into Juliet's room. After this, Max calls Juliet as per his plan and offers his apartment at a low rent. Juliet accepts the offer and Max starts keeping an eye on him. Max had followed Juliet to the art exhibition as well so that he could get close to her. Every night when Juliet falls asleep, Max silently enters her room and watches her sleeping. That is, the person whose shadow Juliet had seen was none other than Max, who is a psycho and has gone mad for Juliet. Juliet is completely unaware of all these things. After this, the story again returns to the present where Max and Juliet are kissing. But before anything else happens, Juliet stops him and says that I have not been able to forget my ex-husband yet. I cannot do all this. Max says it's okay and leaves the room sadly. Next day, when Juliet goes to the store to buy groceries, Max follows her to the store. Juliet tells him, "I was so carried away by my emotions that I didn't even realize that I was doing all this too quickly. I still love my ex-husband, so please forget whatever happened between us." Max looks calm from outside, but is filled with anger inside. At night, when Juliet is fast asleep, Max secretly comes into her room from his secret room and tries to kiss her, but Juliet turns to the other side while sleeping and kisses him. Max quickly hides in his secret room. Juliet suspects that someone is in the room. She takes a knife from the kitchen and starts looking around the house. Then she sees the secret room through which Max has been coming and going in her house. Before Juliet goes inside the room, many things fall down due to her touch. The next day, Juliet tells Max about the secret room and asks if he can fix it. Max says yes. Juliet leaves him in the house and goes to work. After she leaves, Max first fixes the secret room, then goes to the bathroom and brushes his teeth with Juliet's toothbrush. After this, he goes to her bathtub and lies down remembering her. While Juliet is at work, her ex-husband calls her and apologizes to her and requests her to give him another chance. Juliet has not been able to forget him till now, so she calls him to her apartment for dinner at night. At night, Juliet is cooking in the kitchen while Max is watching her secretly. Then Juliet gets a call from her ex-husband and she goes to the bathroom to get ready. Then Max comes to the kitchen to check her phone, but then Juliet's ex-husband comes with his dog, so Max quickly hides in the kitchen cupboard. The dog realizes that there is someone else in the house, so he starts barking towards the cupboard, but Juliet and her ex-husband do not pay attention to him. They both have dinner together and then the ex-husband says that you were very busy in work and could never give me time. So I made a mistake and I cheated you, but now I love you very much, I will never cheat you and I want to live with you. Hearing this, Juliet forgives him and both start kissing each other. Then both go to the bedroom and start getting close. Max is watching all this in anger. After this, Juliet's ex-husband leaves from there with his dog. After his departure, Max secretly mixes a sedative in Juliet's wine bottle, without knowing about which Juliet drinks that wine and goes to sleep. When Juliet falls into a deep sleep, Max comes there and tries to touch Juliet, which looks very scary because Juliet becomes unconscious due to the sedative, due to which she does not know anything. The next morning, Juliet wakes up very late and is feeling very tired. She thinks that maybe it is happening due to tiredness and stress, but when the same thing happens with Juliet for a few days. She feels very strange because she had never slept for so long before and she also gets late for work. Juliet tells this to her friend. Juliet found many things suspicious, so she installs CCTV cameras in her house which keep an eye on the front door of her bedroom, but Juliet does not tell this to Max. At the same time, we see Psycho Max, who is tired of taking care of his sick grandfather and he often used to say strange things to him, so he kills him without showing any mercy. He kills her by giving her an injection. Actually, when Max was young, his mother was having an affair with another man, and when Max's father came to know about this, he killed his wife. After this, the police caught him and put him in jail, and since then Max became lonely. With time, his mental condition deteriorated and now Max has become completely crazy after Juliet. At night, Juliet and her ex-husband are in a restaurant. Their relationship has improved now and they have started meeting every day. Both of them are talking happily. Max does not like this at all. When her ex-husband is leaving Juliet and going home alone, Max pushes him down the stairs and makes him fall, due to which his hand breaks. Here Juliet sees the CCTV recording after coming home, but she does not find anything. Then unknowingly Juliet again drinks the wine which Max had mixed with the sedative and goes to sleep. Then Max comes into the room and takes advantage of Juliet in her unconscious state. Max hugs Juliet. Max wakes her up to get up, but then he sees that her eyes have opened. Max gets scared and puts her on the bed quickly and injects her with an anesthetic, due to which she closes her eyes again. Next morning, Juliet gets late in getting up again. She finds an injection cap in her room which makes her suspect that someone is giving her an anesthetic. So when Juliet goes to work, she sends her blood and urine sample to the lab for blood and urine test. After some time, when the result comes, she comes to know that someone was really giving her drugs, due to which she gets very scared. Max. In Juliet's bedroom, Max is lying with her clothes on his chest and is feeling her with him. Then Juliet's ex-husband comes to the house. Seeing him, Max hides. Juliet had called her ex-husband to meet her at night, but he had come home early to surprise her. Her ex-husband sees the secret room, and before he can go inside, Max attacks him from behind. Here Juliet calls her ex-husband and tries to stop him from going to her house, but is unable to make the call. Juliet gets very scared, and when she comes home, she sees last night's recording on CCTV. Then she comes to know that last night Max came to her bedroom and did wrong with her, and every night he makes her unconscious and comes to her room and takes advantage of her. Seeing this, she cannot believe her eyes that Max can do this to her. She starts crying. Then Max comes in the room after knocking the door of the house. He brings a bottle of wine with him. Juliet hides her fear. She tries to behave normally so that Max doesn't find out that she has found out everything. Max asks her to sit and has a glass of wine with him, but Juliet tells him that she is not in a good mood. She then gets up and goes to the kitchen to use her phone, but Max snatches the phone from her and asks her to sit. Max, who also finds out that Juliet has found out everything, injects an anesthetic syringe in her thigh, but Juliet has a kitchen knife in her hand with which she cuts Max's shoulder. Max attacks Juliet and they both start fighting. Max catches hold of her and starts hitting her. Juliet also fights with him and somehow manages to escape and goes to the bathroom and locks herself inside, but Max comes inside the bathroom and catches hold of her and attacks her, but Juliet attacks him and starts running. She runs to the secret room where she finds a nail gun at a place which she keeps with her. There she also finds the place from where Max used to keep an eye on her through the hole, but Max comes searching for her and catches hold of Juliet and beats her badly. He is about to kill her, but seeing the opportunity, Juliet attacks him on the chest with the nail gun and runs away. Music: Juliet finds her ex-husband's body at a place while running. Seeing this, Juliet is shocked. Now she does not want to run away without killing Max at any cost. When Max comes searching for her, Juliet follows him with a nail gun, but Max attacks her and overpowers her. He takes action against her, but Juliet somehow escapes from him and hits him several times in the chest with a nail gun, and for the last time she hits his head, due to which he is killed, and Juliet finally manages to escape from this monster by killing him, and with this the movie ends. Friends, how would you react if someone was secretly watching you without telling you? Please give your opinion on this in the comments section. Subscribe to the channel by liking and sharing the video and press the bell icon so that you don't miss the upcoming videos. See you in the next video. Till then, bye bye, take care.